Let's do it.
Are you ready, kids?
Yeah, we're kind of running a little late, aren't we?
Yeah.
I said, are you ready, kids?
Hell no, Captain.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Hit the button.
Let's just hit the song.
All the good girls you take out for dinner, but all the bad girls you take out for liquor. All the good girls, they don't pull the trigger, but all the bad girls, they pull it much quicker. It's never too late to get down and party, switching from good to bad, cause you're not a feeling inside, oh inside your body. Let it come out with shots of Bacardi. Let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they act like beginners. All the bad girls, they know that they're sinners. All the good girls are really good kissers, but all the bad girls are really good strippers. Baby, don't slow it down, let's keep going. I think that you and I should lose clothing. I think that all good girls just need coaching, so let me show you how. Let's get on it. Let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they get the bad girls, they do. Oh, the good girls, they do. The bad girls, they do. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in is worth everything I have. I could feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplified deep inside, once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in is worth everything I have. Got a body and she's naughty, never want her off me. Hot like wasabi, hot like some coffee. We drink like a hobby, like to get sloppy. We ain't never stop, yeah. I just need everything I crave. I recall the first day that I met you. How could I forget you? No, I don't regret you. Hope I don't upset you. I'm insane in bed to your head up on my chest. You would never second guess, boo. Sipping on some liquor, we remember all the good times. Live a little quicker, thinking bigger, wish we could climb. Look up in the mirror, see clear for a first time. Just a couple sinners, man, I wish I could reverse time. Yeah, we fake it till we make it, and we break it off and hate it. Getting faded, getting naked every time I feel impatient. And sometimes I can't escape it, I just wanna feel your shape. Like my dreams, I can't sit back, I had to chase them. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in it is worth everything I have. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in it is worth everything I have.
Go for it.
Oh, I know, right? Fuckers let me try to die in New Orleans.
Look, that was one bridge.
I ain't talking about the bridge. I mean the stupid stunt y'all let me pull.
The hot sauce.
Oh
I'll
my
tell y'all
God, the
about
hot
that.
sauce.
Dude, I saw Jesus at the pearly gates waving at me.
I'm sorry, but I spent the entire time laughing at the fact that he checked your pulse at the front of a fudge shop.
That was kind of funny. You know, I only have one big thing that I'm mad about.
What?
Not a one of y'all effers decided to record it.
My phone was dead.
So was mine.
I couldn't find mine if I'd wanted to.
Yeah, he goes in, he dips, gets about that much on a chip that big, eats it. He's like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm Mr. Badass. I'm a tough guy.
Damn,
10 seconds
Tommy.
later.
Tommy getting brutal on you right off the bat, Kyle.
What the?
Roses are red. The purple
Purple
Titan is mad. Spidey's dead. Kyle's sad. Dude, this is a running joke now.
Yeah,
Ripping on you about Spider-Man.
I'm about to start selling T-shirts. I'm getting to that point now. I'm just like, screw it. I'm going to make it into a T-shirt. I'm going to at least make money off of my sorrows.
Yeah. Y'all want to tell him what the store cashier told me as I dipped the chip
All right,
into the...
I'll tell the
Or
whole
do you want
damn
me to
story.
describe the story?
I will tell the whole damn story. Screw
You
that.
want me to go ahead and describe the story, or you want to describe the story?
I got the whole thing. Don't
Gotcha.
worry.
Let him
All
go
right,
with
so,
it.
My memory is vague at this time due to potential cardiac
Whereas
arrest.
I witnessed everything from step 1 to step 5006 of him going
Step over 9,000.
All right. So the basic story was we stopped in New Orleans and ate. Now, if you kept up with our Twitter feed, you probably saw what led up to said events. And then you may have heard some of the aftermath. What you didn't hear was the in-between spot. So right after we
Like
ate,
me dying.
right after we ate, we decided to go further down the street and go to a hot sauce store.
What was the name of that place?
The pepper something?
Pepper Palace. Pepper Palace.
Pepper Palace.
And-
God bless little lady that told me if I wanted to die.
So we get in there, no big deal. Right away, Andrew found 2 things that he was looking for because I remember him going, ooh, and grabbing those off the shelf.
He said, ooh, and then that was the last we saw of him for 10 minutes.
He turns around and tells me, he's like, hey, man, there's a raspberry hot sauce. And I'm like,
Raspberry Tabasco.
yeah. We had to
That was
try this.
delicious.
That was
out, and
actually
it was
pretty good.
It was really good. Don't
I
get me
would,
wrong.
dude, some chicken nuggets would have made that awesome.
Oh, yeah. Chicken tenders, something to that nature.
Yeah, raspberry chipotle.
So anyway, we did that. No big deal. I kind of walked around a little bit, and Alex went through and tried a few
ones.
extra ones. Well, he stops at Voodoo, and this is where the story starts getting bad. So he goes, Kyle, dude, this one's got some kick. You need to try it. Now,
We got
I
some
like
kick.
something with a little bit of a kick. It doesn't bother me too bad, but if
There,
it
I feel
gets
better.
too far...
See, Voodoo's
Yeah.
already warm, and I thought that one was pretty good.
See, Voodoo was hot to me. It wasn't like, oh my God, extremely hot, but it was enough to make me go, ooh, okay, that hurt. And that was about as far as it got. This genius is going to ask the nice young lady behind the counter, what is the hottest, I was being polite, what is the hottest sauce that you guys have in this store?
And she walks around to the very front and goes, the one in the
the
middle.
middle.
Dave's Ultimate Insanity Hot Sauce.
This genius right here strolls right to it, grabs a chip about this big, and
that's
covers
so-
it in half. Okay.
Covers
And
half this little
half
bitty
of this
chip.
little chip. Now you wouldn't think that's a whole hell of a lot. We found out later at the back of the bottle that 1 dab will do you. But this
Yeah.
genius basically put the equivalent of 3 to 5 dabs on this chip.
I do
and
love that
as soon as he's
reaction.
holding it up, looking at it, there's a crowd around Alex, by the way. I want to point this out.
No,
There's
what I
at least
loved-
5 to 6 people
what
looking
I
at
loved
him.
was that look on her face that,
Well,
do
if
you
she wouldn't
want to die?
If she wouldn't have said anything, I don't think it would have been that bad. It wouldn't have been that big of a crowd. But we ended up with like somewhere around 8 to 9 people before it was
10,
done.
No, I think it was like 10 people was around.
well,
it
it's
was
like the
like-
second she said,
She-
do you want to die?
die?
Every face in
Everybody
there
was
just-
rubbernecking.
there was this look on Alex's face staring at the chip like, I can handle this. Like I saw
He's
it
like,
in his face.
"I'm
He's
No,
like,
like,
I got
This
this.
was my exact reaction.
And he literally shoves the whole thing in his mouth. No big deal. At first, she's like, that's not bad. And she's
Actually,
going,
it had kind of a tangy sweetness to it.
Ah, damn it,
first.
Alex! Don't you know that they're weaponizing the hot sauce?
No,
Now-
but I've heard of pepper sauces didn't hit that level. So
well, hold on. He takes 6 steps. Now, it's 6 steps from where he is standing to the register. It's just
That's
around a little
roughly-
corner.
because of course,
That's
right after
roughly
I
from
put it in my
me
mouth,
to him right now.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
not that far.
Like,
But
maybe a
he
little
before he's like, I need some of that. You know, you can tell his voice is starting to get lost with I need some of that. She goes, who
Will
are
you
you
get a
trying to kill?
I
So
want a
she
bottle
takes
of
it up
that.
to the register, and by the time he gets in front of the register, there's a drink machine right behind him, or a drink.
I know at this
a
point when I
cooler.
went to pay, I was looking for something to drink because it had just started burning good.
He's got tears in his eyes at this point as he's paying this woman, and she's going, "Oh my god, he's going to die!" Like she just had that.
She
fear
had
in
that
her
look
eyes.
of, if you're gonna die, at least get your ass out that door first.
for real.
So he grabs a vanilla milk, I think is what it
Yeah.
was, because it was the first thing he can get his
And of
hands
course it
on. Like
wasn't-
he didn't care what
You
it
know where
was
it hurt?
anymore.
You know what hurt? It was that bullshit mix for kids. It's like sugar water milk taste
Like a
instead
Yahoo.
of instead of real milk, and so it helped
None.
He chugged a bottle this size and under 2.3 seconds. Like he just
Dude, I just-
downed. He stopped for a breath somewhere halfway through. By this point,
When I could
he,
breathe.
he's going just everything he does. It didn't matter what it was. He was gasping for air. So there was a little, I don't want to say Mexican, but foreign soda shop right next door. Andrew was very kind to pick us up some drinks. Picked him up a Diet Dr. Pepper, and he chugged
Diet
it.
cherry wine.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was it?
Diet cherry wine.
I've
I
never
barely
seen
got
it
to
before.
look at it.
It
You
was the
drink
cherry
it.
wine soda.
No, what hurt was the fact I'm up here doing this and doing this, signaling him, get me anything to fucking drink, and he's up there like, pick you out something. I'm like, I can't fucking see to pick anything out.
The woman behind this counter just kind of looked at us a little funny, especially after he started chugging. I said, we just came from next door. She went, oh. And I said, you have the most genius shop in the world. If you think about it, you have a soda shop right next to
Dude, I just remember like taking
Tabasco
the,
shop.
I
or
just
hot sauce
remember like
shop.
taking the sleeve of my shirt and wiping off my forehead and it having like a big wet spot.
Oh, it was rough,
And
man.
taking the bottom of my shirt and hitting my eyes and just repetitively getting like gallons of what felt like tears out of it.
We got past Cafe de la Monde. We went over to
Cafe Du Monde, your
Cafe
girlfriend's
Du
gonna
Monde.
kill you.
we went to the river. We checked it out for like a split second. By the time we got to the fudge shop, he was huffing and puffing so bad.
Oh, it was still hurting.
He sounded like he was going to fall out. Like he was red in the face. And we had already been walking enough, so we knew that Alex could take it. It was no big deal. It was the hot sauce that was killing
You
him
know
at
what's
this
bad
point.
though? I still remember when we were leaving out from the soda shop, I was like, call Heather. She wanted something from the chocolate store. My voice is
Like he couldn't talk. It
You know
was
what makes
so
it
bad.
worse? You know what makes it worse? I got home and she was like, well, I didn't think anything was wrong. I'm like, my brother had to call you in my place. How was that not an indication of something is wrong?
Well, that and the fact that he had the only phone that
Oh.
was still working.
Here's a little article from, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I think it's rather funny. So, what exactly are the health impacts of eating hot chili peppers? Let me go back to this small part.
While he's looking at that,
There's
though,
no wait a minute.
on the bottle. I looked it up after I finally recovered the next day. after. By the way, I felt this going all the way through. It was fun. Once this burning part,
I
went
know
out,
the shape of my intestines.
I do.
I'm in
I've
danger.
never had a fire fart bubble. It's like hold a match, boom, there goes the house.
No, I lost the article.
You can't find it now.
But no, on the back of this bottle, it actually says not intended to be used as a sauce, only used as an ingredient.
Oh
This
my
is on the
God.
bottle.
Like a drop per
And
gallon.
they're giving them. This is the thing, though.
Now,
This is what kills
I ain't
me. Is
gonna
they're
lie, I
letting
bought-
people try it with a chip.
Yep.
Let that sink in.
But they do
Yeah.
have the banner saying we are not responsible.
I understand that.
You must be
but
18 and we are not responsible.
But I was legitimately concerned for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we had already been walking. He
I
had
think-
already eaten a large meal that was kind of spicy, and we walked like a few blocks, and he eats that, and the effects of capsaicin on the body is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Ain't that
You
the
know,
truth?
so I checked his pulse when we got to the fudge shop. That's
Which,
what he was talking about.
By the way,
It
I just
had
want
to-
to point out there was one guy who was eating like some ice cream and he's just staring at Alex because Alex is as we enter into the fudge shop, and it looked like, if you would have looked from that aspect, it looked like Alex was so excited he was hyperventilating.
He probably thought
Yeah.
the guy was about to die.
It's like,
We have a visitor in our neighborhood.
Yay.
Okay.
He's armed.
How many extra kids are there? I mean, I don't care. He can stay, but you're the mama.
This is the point of being live.
Yeah, this is the whole
yeah,
point
you
of
gotta
being live.
love
Yeah.
live
Hang on.
broadcasts.
Yeah. All right, cool. Take it easy.
Uh-huh. Bye, person.
You
I-
still got
who
that
was
wiffle ball bat, right?
Yeah, I still got the wiffle ball.
Okay.
Please may I whip your kids. Please may I whip your kids.
We miss you, Ray.
Uh,
He's still around. He's actually still doing stuff. You know?
That was Nice Peter. That
Was it
did that
Nice
song.
Peter?
That was I think Ray and Nice Peter. But
Yeah.
anyway, I checked his pulse. His pulse had to have, because I check my pulse pretty regularly and high blood pressure and all that good crap. And but his pulse had to have been like 120 beats a minute.
I'm
And that's-
sorry, but the ice cream guy was just like, he stopped eating ice cream as soon as Alex walked in. Like, this guy's gonna eat
Well,
the
he
whole
probably
buffet or
saw
something.
me. He probably saw me checking his pulse, and Alex red faced and heaving, sucking all the
Man,
wind from the.
if it wouldn't have been for that, they probably would have thought I was like chocolate.
they probably thought he was
That's what
having
I'm
a heart
thinking.
attack.
Like the entire time in my head, I'm like, these people have no idea that he just ate the hottest hot sauce in one of these places and has no clue that he's basically dying from the inside out and probably looking at that ice cream going, I will eat anything at this point. Don't care
Yes.
if I'm diabetic.
and then you have to worry about not after the capsaicin has been neutralized from the
Yeah.
dairy, you still have blisters and crap in your esophagus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Actually,
what I find amazing? There's been so many people the last few days. Well, milk and water would have been the best thing.
No.
Soda
No,
wouldn't have
it only
helped
works so much.
Well, here's the thing, though. Everyone was like, "Oh, soda would have just made it worse." The soda is what stopped it. It's such a high acidity level that you
That it
need
was able to get
another
the-
acidity, acid bait, another acid.
it basically
component to
diluted it.
neutralize,
It
yeah.
basically diluted it
Yeah.
because it already had acidity in it, so it just added to it. Is all it did.
Like
Yeah.
the milk
Well,
just felt like fire.
the carbonation probably broke it loose from the
Probably
back of
did.
your throat, like scrubbing bubbles.
Hey, at that point, I'd have drank scrubbing bubbles if it had helped.
He's like, bleach, please, God, end it now.
I don't care if I'm mildly allergic. Give me the bleach.
And it's so crowded and congested, we couldn't have got an ambulance in there to just be like, take him lower, take him,
Take
lower."
him,
Just
On a
take
bright
him
note, we
lower.
were right next to a church.
True.
And I mean, everybody there's Catholic or something.
Yeah,
you know?
We would have found somebody.
You
Look,
got
I'm
last
just saying,
rights.
I
or a
remember
voodoo
one,
priestess, one of the two.
I just remember looking up at one point, and I swear I saw the pearly gates and Jesus, and he was waving. I saw Grandma on the other side.
That was when we were going
up.
up the stairs to see the river, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
And then we take this guy.
Wait. We went up steps to see a river?
Yeah.
I thought I was climbing the pearly gates.
I really want to point this out, by the way. We get back to his house, I kid you not, and all of us had to use the bathroom except him. And we're all like, dude, we got to use your bathroom. He's like, I pointed out bathrooms to y'all in New Orleans. We're like, when?
When you was having that.
He was like, at the fudge shop. I was like, you were so out of it. You had an out-of-body experience telling us where the bathrooms were.
I'm just saying, when you climb steps and think you're climbing the pearly gates and you see your grandma's on the other side of the gate and Jesus waving at you, you know you've been hurting. Woo!
He had a.
He saw
Had an
sweet baby
experience.
Jesus, and then Jesus said there was a weight limit and sent him back.
Nah, he said I was still on the waiting list.
Hey,
He's
hey,
like,
I tell
it's
you
not
what.
your time. Go back.
Tell you what. Did this like make you want to get into shape? This whole experience, all that walking and then almost dying
The walking didn't bother me.
from a
It was
little
the-
bit of hot
You know,
sauce.
honestly, that was the thing. Was
Well, if
anybody
you make
else
the commit-
exhausted
No.
from
no,
this trip?
but if you make the commitment on social media, you'll have to hold up to it. Be great for the
I want to build tolerance to hot sauce. That's my new goal.
I got a bottle of hot sauce for Ben.
Yeah, you got
He
the
likes-
one with the gator claw.
Yeah, it had a gator claw
Have
on
y'all
it.
put it on tacos yet?
I was messing with him. I said, Alex tried this, and he almost died. And he tries a
I
big.
do have an idea for an episode, though, guys.
Oh god.
Okay.
We need 3 of those little dipping cups. And
No.
what we need to do is get somebody else to add just a little of that hot sauce in 1 in 3 cups.
Oh,
And
like
they're
a-
going to put them in front of us at random, and we got to pick a cup each. And while filming live, each of us at the same time, try the ketchup in front of us.
You know, we didn't do an intro either.
No, we
We
didn't.
just went
Oh, well.
straight to this.
People know who we are.
It's 'cause
I'm
we're
gonna
running
do it
behind.
anyway, just so
There
that
we go.
way
There's
we
the card.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to Nobody's Listening, JAK Live. Should we tell them what the plan is?
Yeah.
And just explain. All right, so my intro is going to change. You may notice by next week. There is a reason for this, that we have decided to change the name of the show because there are people listening now.
Yeah. To Jack Live.
To basically JAK Live. I mean, that's the hashtag we're using, and it just seems
Yeah, we got
more
people saying do
fitting.
it on the hot sauce.
do it on the hot sauce. Is that what
Dude, Twitter poll.
should we do? Well, I've got actually the Twitter.
I
poll.
have a
Yeah,
good
Drew.
Twitter poll.
Oh, I see. I've already got the Twitter poll
Oh,
written.
Lord, all
It's
of
in
us
our
got a Twitter
drafts.
poll. That's bad.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So
I've already got
a
mine written.
poll.
I've already got mine written. It's already
Mine's
written.
already written out. I put it in the chat room. Oh, I've had so much going on, I can't remember it now.
See, I,
Hold on.
No.
Hold
no.
on. Chat room's been kind of quiet lately.
But we're talking about changing the name of the show to just JAK
JAK Live.
Live, JAK Live, whatever you want to call it. Just merely for the fact that technically we go live every Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry we're late about today.
And then hold
we,
on to nobody's listening for maybe a mini rant, something like that.
we may hold on to. Well, I mean, we are going to hold on to the name because it is our name. I mean that's what this came from.
oh, I remember what it was. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I remember what it was. Okay. Dean Kane's my boy, right?
Oh,
Oh.
God.
No, check it out. Listen. So, you know the whole egg video and the senator turn around and slap the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like most of us, he only saw like the 4-second videos of a kid being a douchebag and an adult slapping him, which
Yeah.
probably should have happened like 10 years earlier.
Just, I don't want
Before you got to that age.
I don't
but
want to
okay.
quote a popular person, but I knocked the hell out of him. Just
Yeah.
out of the context of what you see in most clips.
Right. But anyway,
Yeah, which is
everybody-
smash and come on, I got to give the punch back, you know.
Ah.
Smash and punch, you know.
see, that's what happens when you goof off. But anyway, so
Dumbass.
Dean Kane's been catching a lot of flack for this.
Yeah.
And somebody on Twitter was trolling him and talking about, I can't believe the Hallmark has hired you. What are the names of these movies going to be? And it was Unconscious Little Drummer Boy and numerous other things. I want to take those names, those fake titles, since some of them actually sounded pretty like they might actually work, And it's like, which movie would you like to see Dean Cain, or which title would you like to see Dean Cain build a movie around? And just take that dude's quote and then like tag Dean Cain in it. He'll
What are
probably
people
get a kick
saying
out
about
of it.
that?
It disconnected from the Wi-Fi, so I might be a few seconds behind.
Maybe I can pull it
Oh,
up.
nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Well, I will talk about mine at a later time because it does actually connect to one of our stories. So,
They're
yeah.
saying do it.
That's Tommy.
He wants to see us in pain.
But anyway, that's what I think. That's what our Twitter poll this week needs to be.
I see mine.
And tag Dean Cain in it. He'll see it. He'll think it's funny. Ha ha ha! Check these guys out. I'm Superman. And then retweet us, right? About getting
He's
our
got
name
this.
out there.
He's got this bromance. I want to point this
Dude,
out. by the-
bromance is when the other person is giving the feelings back. What we have is a stalker situation.
Like it is borderline stalker scenario here.
Borderline.
It's borderline.
Borderline.
Yeah, I'm giving him. It is Dean Cain after all.
I mean, I'm
It's
Superman.
Superman.
I mean, he's Superman, right?
yeah, and
So, you know, if he clicks like on something that I said, the little 12-year-old boy in me is like, Superman likes me.
Yeah, see, I finally had one of those big groups actually like something I said about them, but the 12-year-old in me didn't know what a beat a beer was either. Now, the college student in me is like, oh, God, they loved it. Oh, God.
What was your poll idea? Or do you want to wait for like?
Should we do the hot sauce roulette?
Yeah, let's do hot sauce roulette.
I mean, that's kind of a given.
Or should we just go ahead and do it next week and let people enjoy our multiple times our pain and misery?
Ugh, I don't know, because if I'm the one that gets it, I'm gonna die.
Well, see, that's the beauty of it. We let someone like Andrew or someone else actually do the hot sauce in the cup, mix them up, and put them in front. And we have to then pick one of each of the cups. So not only do we not know which sauce he put it in, but we're not sure which one has it in it when we grab it. Like a basic rule of no sniffing. You have to dip and bite.
Like somebody is gonna have to bring a ton of milk or
I'll
something.
get us a gallon. A Piggly Wiggly's like 3 blocks that way.
Yeah.
We're gonna need
And
something.
the hospital's only a quarter mile here, so
I'm scared of dying. Like that's. Ugh. I might do it.
if it's diluted in ketchup, you'll be fine.
I hate ketchup. I really do hate
You are
ketchup.
so un-American.
I'm fine with ketchup.
He's a Nazi.
America.
America, bitch. You know what? Let's go ahead and hit some real stories for today.
Yeah.
And move on. You were talking about something though that did catch my interest.
Which one?
Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of questions and no answers. So go ahead and start it out and I'll follow with questions.
Okay. So for the first time, I think it's been, what, Oracle of Ages and Seasons for the Game Boy was the last time they did anything that was not Nintendo doing Zelda.
Okay.
You know, not counting, copyright breaches, et
Right.
cetera, et cetera. Hey, you stole our material.
Right. Which
And, Nintendo's we've talked about them plenty of times.
yeah, they're pretty notorious for it.
But they are allowing an indie studio, what's it called?
I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You got dead air going on.
Let's see. They
Come on.
made Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Okay, that helps me know.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find their name again. It's like I read the article like 3 days ago. I sent it to y'all, and neither one of y'all looked. So it's like son of a.
I've had other things going on. So,
But
you're clearly stating that it is going to be an actual Zelda game, not a Zelda-like game.
everything indicates that it is
Like as in Link and Zelda and all the other characters from
the
that
official
series.
name of the game is Cadence of Hyrule: Crypt of the Necrodancer,
Really?
featuring The Legend of Zelda.
So it's just featuring The Legend of Zelda.
From what I understand, though, it is tie-in. I mean, it even looks. Yeah, there's Link.
Let me see.
Wow.
They actually have Link in the game. It is going
So
to
that
be
is-
a
that-
Zelda
that is-
game.
That is Link.
Okay, so
And it's weird because it's like, wait, this is an indie developer doing a Zelda game, not Nintendo.
wait, is Nintendo give full okay to this?
Yeah, actually, I think Tommy must have played it at some point because he mentioned it. If I understand, it's like 18 songs that they're putting over in it. I'm not sure if it's a remake of Crypt of the Necrodancer or if it is all original new setup.
Okay.
Because I found this middle of the week. It was like, huh.
It came out Wednesday.
Yeah, it came out Wednesday. I think they're supposed to announce more in the next couple weeks.
So there's no chance of suing on this one,
Yeah.
so because they clearly are allowing this to happen.
Yep.
Like I have so many questions.
Of course, this is off of Kotaku, so hopefully it's all true.
You know how I feel about Kotaku, so I mean,
I just hope it's not turn-based.
ooh.
I hate turn-based. I do not want to see a
Well, I
turn-based
mean, Final
Zelda.
Fantasy, I prefer it in Final Fantasy just because that's what I know Final Fantasy to be. I hated when they got rid of it, but you know, to put it in Zelda, I don't think that would work out. Me personally, I don't think that would work out at all.
No.
Any words from the Peanut Gallery?
No.
He's sitting here looking at Facebook.
No, it's something else.
No, Lord, we're in trouble.
All right. What's your next one that you were talking about? Because that one is kind of eh.
Which
just
one?
Eh. Go with the you know what? Let's hit the Stan Lee.
So Stanley's daughter
Oh,
came
yeah.
out in an interview talking about her and her father actually had worked on one last Marvel character. And of all things, the name still gets me, the Dirt Man.
The Dirt Man.
And in the
What is his
interview,
ability to dig holes?
she didn't even go into it. They just, one of the questions I asked her in the interview was, would you like to see it make it to the big screen? Absolutely. And I'm like, I just hope this is something he did and not something she's doing to pass off as his. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
They did have some problems with her.
yeah.
Well, supposedly,
Yeah.
we don't know for sure. I mean, there's still questions that have
Put the
not been
porn down,
answered.
James.
Parent stuff.
Parenting,
Mhm.
parenting 101.
Are they alive and breathing?
Yeah, for the most
Then
part.
you're doing good.
Yeah, you're
Let's
doing
go,
okay.
Let's move on.
You're doing better than some. But no, like
Oops.
the what is oops? What,
Nothing.
no uh-ohs. Fix the uh-oh.
It's fixed.
Okay.
Uh-oh's not good. Uh-oh's horrible.
I lost train of thought when he went whoops. Like
You went off the rails into the woods, took out the cabin with the orphans.
we've done killed grandma
bear
and the
is eating
wolf and
grandma's
everybody
egg.
else.
Yeah.
Into the woods. That was the most creepiest film. Did anybody
Into
else?
the woods.
Yes. Did anybody else feel like Johnny Depp was being a pedophile through the whole thing?
Which one?
Into the
Into
Woods.
the woods.
I think
I have
I've
yet
actually
to
watched
see it.
Oh my god. Y'all have got to see it because it will make you cringe. It is.
That's okay. After watching one of Kevin Smith's old interviews about getting him in it, I didn't even know he was in it, in Tusk. Now I kind of want to see Tusk. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, now Johnny Depp is under dealing with all of that crap.
what?
Apparently, Johnny Depp was the one that was getting abused, not the other way around. And they have photos to prove it
By who?
by his wife, girlfriend.
Wow.
I'm not sure anymore. Is he married?
He was being abused.
Yeah, supposedly he was being abused, and she was turning it on him. And like he's got like one picture where he's got a shiner, which is why he wears a lot of glasses. Apparently he got hit with like a wine or whiskey bottle or something like that in the face.
Dang.
Huh.
And you know he tried to leave, and she like apparently stopped him, and it was like all kinds of complicated.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know who to believe anymore. To really,
Right. right.
of course, you know the Me Too movement has already chosen their side straight away.
Oh yeah, of course.
But you know, and a lot of other political sides have chosen their side. Of course, you know
Mhm.
Johnny Depp will
it's almost
never
like the whole
probably
Vic
work
thing
again.
all over again.
Well, the thing is that they pick a side without all the evidence. I'm not going to pick a side until I know for sure. If he was abusing her, then yeah, burn him. I don't care. You know, and if it's the other way around, burn her career. You know, I mean, it's just the way it is. That's the way I think it should be. And instead, they're picking one side. It was like, well, she's got a vagina, so guess whose side we're on.
Are we sure he doesn't?
Yeah, I've
Well, I
often
do like
wondered.
Johnny
he
Depp.
might.
I just want to say this. I do like Johnny Depp, but I mean, are we sure he don't?
I've often wondered with some of the costumes he wears, and
Just saying.
just kind of awkward. But anyway, I mean, it's just
It's one of those would it surprise you things, you know?
No.
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 It would be funny.
Yeah.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
That stupid ass walrus movie.
Oh my god, I still haven't seen it.
I'm officially calling it that from now on because that is officially what Kevin Smith calls it.
He
doesn't
made the
call it-
movie.
He knew it was going to be one of the worst movies out there too.
I hate the fact that we never saw Kevin Smith on our trip.
I know.
There was a person who fit the description, wearing a black trench coat and a
Yep.
black fat bat hat.
And I still remember going,
So
shit, wrong
there
face.
was somebody. He was somebody to
Walking
it.
around
I
New
couldn't see
Orleans,
his
by the way.
face.
What's up, dude? If you are
I
watching.
wish I'd have took a trench coat and a fat bat hat. Just
Yeah.
to throw people off, just for that. Huh?
Kevin's not fat anymore. What happened?
It's like, oh my god, he got fat again. Yes.
He's a vegetarian.
How did that
I
happen?
thought it was vegan.
But yeah, he's full vegan. You're right.
Yeah.
Not vegetarian. Vegetarians can still have cheese and milk.
Yeah.
Eggs, fish. Yeah. Because even some vegetarians will still eat fish.
Yeah, because they're the vegetables of the sea.
Yeah. Like, what does your goldfish do all day? Blub.
Blub.
What does your fish do all day? Your plant do all day?
Blub.
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 But a lot quieter.
Way quieter. Well, all right. So the Dirt Man thing, like, does he have a real superpower? Or
I didn't
is
go into any details.
It didn't go into details.
nothing.
Nothing. That's the one reason I'm like, huh.
That doesn't sound like Stan Lee to me.
Yeah, because normally when he develops a character, he develops a character.
Yeah.
We've already got lore at this point, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
especially if an announcement comes out.
Yeah, there's no details.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's great.
He looks preoccupied.
I know, right?
It's like the worst possible, time for us to do this.
Blame your boss. Our boss.
Yeah.
Your boss. Whatever's boss. You got called in, so blame the boss. There we go.
There you go.
And if
Well,
he's
no, it's
watching
not
it-
even that. It's just there's like today. There's like so much going on today.
It's one of those days
Mm-hmm.
where you just can't get away from everything.
Yep.
So should we talk about something a little on the funnier side?
do it because I want to hear the full story to this. This is
So, AT&T CEO was at a conference doing this whole thing where he was up on stage. And, they've been talking about trying to help, AT&T's big stance has been, we want to try to help out with the telemarketers and
and
robocalls. While he is up there doing a presentation, he gets a call. Answers it, and
from who?
it's a robocall.
I got 4 of those today.
Oh, me and Sky alone. For those that don't know,
I've
that's
got
my
2
girlfriend.
locked already.
We get at least 6 or 7 a piece a day. A day.
Wow.
See, that's
So-
one thing I like about my phone is I have ironically, AT&T Call Protect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
what I
it
have on mine.
works probably 9 out of 10 times. It'll actually say reported spam.
Right.
Yeah.
The other times it don't, I'll go through, hit the block button after I hang up, and report it as spam. So the next person that gets that number called with the Call Protect, it'll automatically.
Oh,
Huh.
That's how that works. by
see,
the
we
way.
have the same phone, but
Oh, you
I
got the
just-
regular one.
okay, you got the
I got the 9 Plus. I got the one with more power,
okay.
more battery, more pixels.
My dick's bigger than yours.
Damn straight. Of course, we already knew that coming in.
No, but seriously, he was on stage, and out of fucking nowhere, he gets a robocall. So the app didn't work, or
Either the app didn't work, or who knows? He may have been using Android. I mean, he is just AT&T CEO, so
I'm thoroughly confused.
I've been trying to find if there's like a video recording of it, but I can't
I couldn't
find
find.
one.
I looked too. That would have been.
I
You
was
know he
hoping-
scrubbed that. He
Oh,
was
I'm
like,
sure.
scrub all footage.
I could see
all
him like as soon as
footage.
he's off stage, look up on everybody's phones and delete it. This didn't happen.
I mean, that is by far got to be one of the most embarrassing things to happen to a CEO.
Yeah.
I mean,
During
could
the
you
speech.
imagine you're running a company? That's the key thing you're focused on, and it happens to you live. Holy
And
crap!
he's such a
Oops.
busy person, got so many contacts and stuff that you don't recognize the number, but hell, it could be anything. It'd be that $1 billion deal you were talking about.
Yeah. Why did he answer though? That's the question.
Because it could have been that $1 billion
$1
deal.
deal.
Yeah, but I mean, he has assistants. He has assistants that do that when he's doing things like this. If politicians have it, damn well CEOs have it.
Well, someone's calling to talk to you about a $1 billion deal. They're not going to want to talk to your assistant.
See, I've done got into a habit. Like, if I get an actual person caller, I'll fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? It sounded like some Indian dude the other day had a New York number.
That's racist.
Oh no, he sounded like he fit the description.
What is an Indian person?
Like, if I had to stereotype it to a cop, what did it sound like? An Indian guy. There you go.
Yeah.
Audio description. Where did it sound like he was from?
India.
Turned around and was talking to me about some malicious program downloading on my Windows PC, and I'm like,
I run Linux.
wait a minute. The only Windows PCs I have are not registered in my name. They don't have a registry. So how would they know? And I went into details on him. I'm like, well, how about yada, yada, yada? What about yada, yada?
Do they have my bank account number and then give them a fake
I'm like,
bank
where are
account?
you located out of? And so I gave it enough time to act like I was tracing the call. I'm like, okay, so, sir, you're talking to da-da-da with the FBI. We have located your place, and we will be sending officers over to you shortly. And all of a sudden, I heard click. I'm like, there's just this part of me hoping they bailed out the building.
I'm hoping they're scraping computers. They're like grabbing every file they
Putting
can
the
and
rare
putting it through
earth
the
magnets
shredder.
on the hard drives.
Tricky is giving
They
enough
got
time.
barrels with lighter fluid already
Bullshit
in
with them
They're
enough
lighting them.
time that normally takes for like a good call trace.
Yeah.
And that's when you drop something like that. Give a fake name and with the FBI. And they almost immediately click. It's like, oh, you didn't want to talk to me no more.
What happened?
Oh, and don't try
I have
to call
actually-
back, because the second you try to call back, the number's disconnected.
Yeah.
I've actually seen a
'Cause I
video
tried.
of an FBI agent talk to them
Yeah.
because they called him and told him that they were the IRS. And he went, really now? And he was like, okay. And so he puts them on hold. So can I hold you just for a second? I'm at work. And they go, yes, sir. And he puts them on hold, picks up his other phone, calls a friend at the IRS and goes, dude, we don't call people.
Yep.
He's like, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to be sure.
They
And
send
he hangs up,
letters.
picks it back up, and talks to this guy for like 3 to 5 minutes, tracing where this guy is. And eventually he gives him his own name. His real name. Not, hello, my name is Kevin. No, like he got his real name. And he said, yeah,
Hello, Habib Habib.
we're sending some people down to come pick you up. We're going to talk to you face to face. And he hung up like... It was by far
It's
one
like
of
the
the
second
funniest
they
things.
hear
I think ever.
FBI, it's like, oh shit.
He didn't have to say that he was FBI. He just said, we're on our way to pick you up. And that was enough to make this guy hang up. Like, it was just enough. I don't know if he actually did send anybody. Though.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah, these are the most common names I found too. Typical spammer names: John, James, Keith, Joseph, and Mark.
Yeah,
I think I've had every one of them.
I think I have too. Collect them all now.
What about John, Paul, George, and Ringo?
So let's
Actually, I do hear Kevin a lot.
yeah, there's a Kevin, and
There's a lot of Kevins.
I've heard some really odd names. Like they love to use the name Mr. Smith. Like that is by far they will end.
They
I've
just
never
got
heard
the
Mr.
Matrix
Smith.
over there. They just got it.
See, I figured it was they were watching Home Alone and like Kevin. Kevin sounds like a really American name. Let's do it.
They just now got it on
It's
DVD
Kevin
special.
from the IRS. Well, he sounds Hindu. Well, or sound not Hindu. He sounds Indian.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hindu's
Right.
religion, India's area.
Yeah, yeah. You're
But
right.
I mean, I don't know. Just when people do that kind of stuff, I'll never forget one of my best friends. His brother got one of the best, the call collector individual, that wants to call and push things.
One of them said, if someone calls me and claims to be John Jingleheimer Schmidt, I'll buy whatever they want.
I will send
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, there goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
ADD is a terrible disease.
It is. It is horrible. Vaccinate your kids.
Spare
And
new to your
watching us
parents.
doing on there wasn't any better.
Probably. But I mean, one of the best things I think I had ever heard with the call collecting, whatever you want to call it, the telemarketer ordeal, is one woman called while he was at the dinner table.
He even pulled us out. He said, "Got him."
But he was sitting at the dinner table when they called. He picked up the phone, and this woman went into this full spiel of da 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 da. Can we get your work number and da 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 da. He says, "I'll tell you what. I'm in the middle of dinner right now. Are you at work?" She goes, "Yes, but I get off here at," and she set him up for this. I mean, just made it too easy for him. She said, "I get off here in like an hour or something like that." He said, "Well, I won't be done with dinner because we literally just sat down and we like to spend time with our family. So I'll tell you what, why don't you give me your house number and I'll call you at random hours of the night and we'll talk about it." She hung up. Apparently, it wasn't that important.
The malware on her PC was not. And that's what gets me. It's sad that they're, and they hope that it's going to be somebody that's ignorant. They hope that it's an aged person because they don't understand the computer technology like we do because they grew up in a different time. They grew up without it.
They didn't have
We grew
people
up
on
right
evilly calling you to get
and,
information.
we grew up in the technology boom.
Yeah.
They didn't. So of course, you watch a television show and it makes computers seem like they can do anything, and somebody. Well, we're here at Microsoft have detected a virus on your computer, and we'd like to help take care of that for you. Blah blah blah. They fall for it
Every time.
because they don't understand it, and they're just sick people that are doing this. They know that they're taking advantage of somebody. They know that they're preying on somebody that is ignorant to what they're calling about. And the IRS things, there are people that don't understand
that the IRS
the IRS
will not call you. Period.
Nope.
They will never call you.
They may send an agent to your house.
I was about to say they'll knock on your door.
They will knock on your door. They will send you letters. That is it. That is as far as it goes with them. They do not call your house. So if somebody claims that they're the IRS and they're calling you, hang up immediately or torture them at your own free will. It's up to you. But I mean, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. One of my favorite videos, actually, to go and watch on YouTube, by the way, I strongly suggest you go and look stuff like this up because I love it.
Yeah.
Is people that do the Microsoft thing. I'm glad you pointed that out. And they create virtual boxes because they're hackers. And they basically lead them on a journey into a fake PC, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just basically what a virtual box, for anybody who doesn't have the knowledge of it, it is a fake PC setup system that all they can see is inside of this little fake Windows setup.
Yep.
And some people will actually put bugs in there or tracers, that'll trace back to them, or, they'll even send back viruses to their computers and destroy their computers. It's pretty fun, funny, and fun to watch.
I once convinced a scam artist to let me send them a pic of my computer. I sent them a dick pic. It was great.
Who said that?
Tommy.
Oh God.
We have an audience.
We have an audience. That seems to be a regular thing with us. Let's go ahead and hit the next story because I've got a couple of things
Which
I
one
want
do
to
you want to jump into? You want to jump into the Siega or whatever it's called thing, or the Microsoft thing?
Go ahead and hit the Microsoft.
Yeah, that
and
can be a quick little rant.
because that can be a quick one, and we can be done with that, and I can move on to what I got to cover.
May I?
Yes, you may.
What
please.
the hell, Microsoft? This is why I like PlayStation more.
Thank you.
They're not talking about ditching the disk drive. So apparently, come May 7th, you can get a new Xbox One S that has no disk drive.
Why?
See, my question is, you got so many people out there like us that we have internet, but it's kind of shitty internet.
Yeah, and you want to be able to play a game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have some digital games, both on my Switch and
Yeah.
PlayStation. but only have like one or two. And even then, if I want a new one and it's digital, I have to delete.
See,
what
I,
about
I
people that live
download
in-
games. I download games all the time, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me. It does take forever and a million years, but it can be done.
Yeah, no,
What about
Xbox Live
people
on Nintendo Switch, they're working on it.
What about
We'll
people
see.
that live in rural areas where DSL
It's
does
a
not
thing.
exist?
Like me.
Yeah.
Well, like how we were like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
had
I
an
mean, like
Xbox
me.
One. We had a day one edition Xbox One.
And you couldn't do
Couldn't hardly do
with it.
anything with it other than, well, we couldn't even watch DVDs on it because we had to download the driver or
Yep.
whatever for that.
Yeah. Why do systems come like that now? Like you have to connect
And
it.
then,
and
oh,
then
we'll
you
get
have to
satellite
download all this
internet.
stuff.
Satellite internet sucks.
Yeah, and it takes.
It's like, oh, we
forever.
just hit 10 gigs, so we watched 2 movies, and now it's slower than dial-up.
However,
Congratulations.
about 8 years ago, me and the fat man there figured out a workaround for certain satellite internet providers.
True. Used to be you could use a proxy. Used to be you could
Used to
use a
be.
proxy, and it
Hide my
wouldn't
ass.
notice the travel.
Right.
They've patched that now. On
Oh, they
them.
have?
From what I understand,
Aw.
they
Because-
fixed that problem.
It
they
was
had.
a little bit slower and did not use any of your data.
Yep.
And we did that to watch an episode of Doctor
Doctor
Who
Who.
a week ahead because at that time BBC would
Well,
air it a week before
you
we got
couldn't
it.
So you
watch
just
it.
set the proxy up in London, and
Yeah.
Pretty
'cause
much.
you couldn't watch
You
it
couldn't watch it
here.
on BBC.
America,
Dot-
but you
America.
could watch it on BBC.UK if you had a British side IP address.
so you just put it in the UK, and it was like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so
here we
thanks
go.
to this happy
It-
little.
Actually, it was somewhere in Ireland where we had it
Yeah.
thinking we were.
But I remember us looking back and going, "Wait a minute, we just watched easily 600, megabytes worth of data. We
Yeah.
easily watched almost a gig.
This was before streaming was 1080p and all that.
Yeah.
It was
You know,
still
it
at
would've
720p.
easily used up right at a gig.
Just
And
about it.
my meter did not move.
Yeah.
2 days later, I looked and I'm like, it still hadn't moved. How? And I decided, okay, let me try a local one. It
and
was
there's some
quicker.
poor sod in Ireland going, I haven't done anything.
Well, I mean, we didn't do anything illegal with it because it was listing us as, it wasn't region locked that way.
Yeah.
That's the only
the only-
questionable thing, and that's technically not illegal at
Yeah.
all. We were streaming
They
off
would
one
have
of
been
their
fine with us
websites.
spending thousands of dollars on a ticket and flying over there to watch it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we just saved on travel. That's all.
But like I said, I think most of the systems have that patched out now. Sadly.
Okay.
Well, here's
But in case you do have an antiquated satellite service, internet service
Give it a
provider,
try.
give it a try. We used hidemyass.com.
Yeah, you got to
but
pay for it now though.
But yeah, you have to pay for it.
Windscribe, you can do free.
Windscribe.
It's
Have it
still
set-
free.
Right. And that way you can get around your metering.
Well, up to I think it's 10 gig is free or something
well,
like that.
well, let's
but still, it's a good way to test.
let's get back to the
But
story.
anyway, they've removed the disk drive from the new Xbox One S.
So are they saying that in the future, which that could be a plausibility because I'm seeing a lot of consoles are actually pointing towards this.
Ugh.
They're talking about getting away from the disc altogether.
Yeah.
Think back, and Xbox described this back 5 years ago with the Xbox One, talking
Right,
about doing
right.
it. And the backlash was so enormous at that time that they were like, okay, we got to keep a disk drive for now.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you're
Well, I
saving
mean, they're-
maybe $20 a system.
They're still
not having one,
They're
but-
still alienating a lot of
Oh, yeah.
customers.
I mean, look at
And not just
You know what, though?
not just in the US. You got to think there's like
You know,
rural
I
areas
think
like
back
in the
to
UK.
the Nintendo Wii, and a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't realize they made a mini version, a smaller Wii
yeah.
Yeah.
that didn't have internet.
See, I didn't know that.
It was made just to put your disc in and start playing. That's it.
Wow.
No Wi-Fi, no
Yeah.
DSL connection, nothing. It's like the exact opposite of what they're doing.
That is insane.
Well,
And
call
they
me
act-
old, but
well, the
you
thing
buy
is-
a
You're
game.
old.
You buy a game. You want to be able to put it in your console and play it.
yeah.
Okay. Now you're basically just buying a disc.
So that way it's got the
so you
data
can-
on it.
So you can. So it basically, so it just verifies your purchase, and you have to download most of the crap anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Like they've got like 50 updates
Well, I mean,
for
it's
no
like
flipping reason.
Nintendo catered to the thought of, look, there's a lot of people that do not have internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we make a slimmed down version? This thing's still selling like it's on fire, and make it for people that don't have internet at all. And it worked. They actually sold pretty good in certain places. It was near the end of the lifetime, so it wasn't that big a thing, but it still sold. Now you have Microsoft doing the opposite way, going,
Yeah.
Oh, they're not alone actually. Actually, there's a story that I was planning on hitting on.
You know, you want to just skip that mess altogether. That train wreck, because I think that's the only thing we have left. Is the
What
train wreck?
Not entirely. I've actually got something else to do with Twitch as well that I
Oh.
kind of want Twitch to hear.
Well, what's the Twitch
It's
thing?
gonna be a well. I don't know. You gave me such a good transition. I'm really thinking about hitting on
The Google thing.
the Googles. Yeah,
The Googles.
the Googles. All right. So for those that haven't heard, Google has announced a console-ish.
Something like it.
They're not. They're saying it's not a console. That's what really gets me. Now,
Okay, I
The-
just want to say something from the outsider looking in, because I looked at like the bare minimum thing. I didn't watch any of the video stuff. I've read the basics, and to me, it looked like they were doing Steam, but streaming wise.
Okay.
well, see, some people are actually calling it the Netflix of video games, which is stupid because there is already a Netflix of video games.
There
It's
is?
called
Gamefly.
GameFly. So it's like
They
you
take
know,
the disc. We take the disc, we put it in the envelope, and we send it to them, and then they send it back, and we send them another game. It's
I hate these
genius.
chairs. I just want
I
to say
can't
that.
believe nobody thought about that before now. I'm not fondling him. He was just pulling on my cord. Wait.
Sorry, like I said, I hate these chairs. That needs to be our next investment: is new chairs.
New
new
chairs.
But I mean,
There's a troll at the door.
the
Don't let
Google
it in.
Studio.
Oh, wait, that's your
it
wife.
is Studio, right? That's how it's pronounced. Stadia.
Stadia.
Stadia. The name doesn't
Stevia?
even make. Yeah, that's the name of it. Is Stadia. It
Stevia?
makes
like the
no.
sweetener stevia.
I mean, the thing is,
It's like a stadium, but not
I
really.
don't trust Google to begin with. I like using their browser for like information. That's it.
And their search engine.
Their search engine is fine, but I will not use their products such as like Google Home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
things like that, because it's a data mine. That's exactly what it is. Basically, they want to know what you're looking at when you're talking to your friends about these particular things,
Yeah.
the text messages you send, so that way they can sell more products to you, and they sell that information off to these third-party companies. We know that's what's going on. It's
and
pretty
if you,
flipping
and
clear.
if you don't believe that that's what's going on, Google something that you don't normally Google. Then go to Facebook or
no, I've
another
got
one,
a
and
better.
you'll see
happens every time.
advertisements. You will see advertisements.
I've
for
got
it.
I've got a better thing. Talk in front of your phone. Have you ever
Yep.
gotten on to just any kind of website, any particular website,
Look,
and out of nowhere you've gotten an advertisement for something you've never looked up before ever
Yeah.
on anything, but you've talked about
Oh.
it with your friends?
Me and Christina have been talking about things, and they're like, "Well, that's a question for Google." And we go to Google and say,
and it's already recommended.
and it, yeah, say who played such and such in what movie, and it's like who played, blah, you know,
Actually, that happens with me and Heather a lot. Is we'll be sitting up here talking about
and you're
something,
just talking about it.
not on the phones, just watching something on the TV, and it's like
And it
she'll
happens
be,
too
she'll
often
go
for
on
it to be a
Facebook
coincidence.
normally.
Well, here's another thing that really gets me too is you may ask the question. Well, it's a console kind of system. It doesn't matter if they know what kind of games you play. Well, I've got bad news for you. There's actually a microphone in the controller.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
Now,
Sometimes it feels like
Somebody's watching me.
listening to me.
but
Yeah.
I mean the thing is that really kind of didn't click with me. And they were like, well, it's so that way you can talk and get assistance on these games. By the way, that's a whole nother thing I want to talk about. It's cheating up the wazoo. It's
How about
terrible.
the fact that their little performance service started glitching?
Yeah.
I remember reading that too.
Yeah. But let this sink in for a minute.
Like, this
How
will not
many
be
gamers
glitchy.
do you know? Think about it, really, seriously. How many gamers do you know? How many gamers do you know that use headphones already?
All of them, pretty
I know.
much.
So why do we need a
Yeah.
mic? Most gaming headphones have already got built-in mics, whether it's in the wire or on the
Wait a
headset.
minute. Yeah, I don't see a mic on here. There's here though.
Well, yeah, but you know what? You
Because, I
get
mean,
the
think about it.
concept.
There's some good headphones you can get that are no mic and they're cheaper and sound better.
Yeah.
That I could see it for.
But that's the
'Cause
thing.
it might
That's
just
the thing.
strictly be
There
a
is
headphone
not that
jack.
many people that are doing that.
True. You get crazy guys like me, and that's about it.
Well, you'll get a handful of individuals who may do it, and I'm talking about in the low teens, somewhere in the teens that might actually do it.
When I game, I have my USB microphone set up. I use these headphones when I game.
Yeah, and see, he's one of the few,
Yeah.
and maybe this one.
Yeah.
But
Because
see,
I've
even
already
me,
got the stuff. There's no sense in me buying
Well,
more.
see, here's the thing.
No,
Even
get me
someone
wrong. I
like
do have
me,
my skull candies I'll use from time to time. But
Yeah.
they don't
well,
sound
like
as good
when
as
I'm when
these.
I'm gaming on my system, I've got a gaming headset, and then I've got this headset.
Oh yeah, you get the Turtle Beach one, don't you? I mean, Beach.
Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
I like my headset. Okay,
The
but I
extra
mean
money.
the well, it's not Turtle Beach.
Yes,
so,
yes, I am an audiophile. I thought we made that apparent.
yeah, we made that pretty clear.
Come here. Come around here.
But I mean, the thing that really bothers me is the fact that they've added a mic, so that way you can talk to an assistant.
Yeah, go in the house. And
You've
plug it
already
in.
got a headset. There's no reason for you to need that
Just put it on my
microphone.
nightstand.
And on
and I'll
top
plug
of
it
it
in.
all, they have added a little button. Now I can see it for some games, like maybe
So,
Dark Souls,
It's like they incorporating Google Home into.
a system. But the thing is you're able to transfer.
But
He
Don't
just-
you have to already have a good working computer for this to even work?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They got a low grade computer to do the test run on, and they swear up and down it's 4K.
Oh wait, I can build a low grade. You want to talk about low grade computers? I can build a low grade.
But
computer.
here's the thing.
I know,
They
very
didn't
cheap.
build it. They bought it. Apparently, it's from the box.
Did the Verve build it for them?
But I mean, this is the thing though. They are swearing that you will get, no matter what your internet is. I want to test it with dial-up, by the way, and you'll get 4K.
there would be some black magic going on to get dial up.
Ain't that the truth?
And they're saying that it's going to grow. It's going to advance. They're expecting 8K, which if you haven't kept up with
yeah,
the
they
industry,
said the same thing
there
about
are
Google
8K
Glass.
TVs getting ready
Yeah.
to come out.
Does anyone remember Google Glass?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
It was like, hey, we got this coming out. It's like, hey, we're working on this. Hey, is anyone still interested in this?
No.
And it was
Like none of their products.
okay, we're
They
gonna
need to
sweep this
stick to
under
their
the rug.
browser.
Google Home did
And,
good.
and well, you know,
Yeah.
we
I
have
don't trust
we
it,
have
but
a
it did good.
Chromecast. We have a Chromecast
Right.
that we use for streaming Netflix and whatnot. I hate that damn thing, and it costs $60. I went and bought a $29 Roku box. Beautiful service. Works
Yeah.
great.
I
Works
hate
great.
Roku. I
Now,
really
don't
do,
get me
but
wrong. As far as Google goes, I love their search engine,
Like
agreed.
the
Love
search
the Chrome
engine, like the browser.
and I like the fact that you have like Google Drive.
Yeah, I like Google Drive.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I store things like my resume because I can access. You know, if my
Resumes.
phone's dead and I need to print off my resume, I can just go to the library, log into my email, and go Google Drive. Here we go, and pull it off.
Right.
I can edit it in Google Drive on their essentially Microsoft Word program.
But I mean, the thing that bothers me is all those apps are going to be implemented into
Yeah.
the system. You don't technically download anything. You stream everything.
you stream a game.
You stream the game, but also they're adding the fact that you can also stream you playing the game as well. Now, there's certain implements on this that I do enjoy and I do like. For instance, if you're a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer and you want some of your followers to be able to play with you, there is a way to do that with this console. And I do like that. That is probably one of the best implements that they've ever done. Like if you want to hang out and play with like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, whoever, you can list the names for miles away. If they have this console, they can send you a little link in the chat that everybody can click on if they have this console, whether it be on their phone, their television, their computer, their tablet, yada, yada, yada. As long as it's connected to Google, you can play with them. I like the idea. I don't know how I like the idea of the fact it's going through Google services just in general, just on that
Well,
note.
I mean, we're talking about it. Watch it take off like a rocket for like 2 months and then boom.
Well, see, they're adding a lot to this, and they're trying to set it up to where you were like, they're a lot like Steam. Well, this is another thing they're doing as well, is connected to this, is they're wanting developers to be focused on just this console. So they have an entire development program that you can use, which, by the way, looks terrible. So that way you can generate a world and yada, yada, yada
See,
for these people to play.
Me personally, if I'm going to get a game, I want a game.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a digital code, not a copy. If I'm paying $50, $60 for a game, I want to hold it in my hand. And if I decide to put it on a shelf for the next 5 years in my collection,
Right.
and then go, I hadn't played this in 5 years. All I gotta do is pop it into a system and turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, like me, I picked up Prisoner Architect. I haven't picked up Prisoner Architect in a while, and I picked it back up probably about a couple of months ago. And I was like, "Hey, I remember how fun this was." I got annoyed with it eventually again, but you know,
I've actually got a application into the jail.
but I mean,
Maybe I need to borrow that game from you to get some experience.
trust me, it doesn't help.
I know
It doesn't help.
I figured,
But
Just be mean.
just
Not me, not like violent towards them, but just
don't show fear.
they're not
Oh,
your
yeah.
friends ever.
Even if they try to be, they are not your
Oh, yeah.
friends. But no, there's certain things to this aspect of this ideals that I like. Now, the quartering, and I know I keep bringing him up a lot, but he does make a very valid point, and I have to agree with him to some scale. This is actually going to push other consoles to keep up, and I have to agree. It does add more into the
No.
market. Well, hold on, stop and think. How many times have we seen a new console come out and it's not much different from the one we just had? There's like
All
a
the
handful of changes. This right
We were just
here
talking about the
may
Xbox.
put
Nintendo Switch.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
You said it's different. I mean,
I'm
but
talking.
then again, I'm a weird
talking about.
Nintendo fan.
I
so-
know, but I'm talking about basic consoles that you see. Nintendo is always switching their shit up, but I'm
Ain't that
talking about
true?
the other companies.
they're like bipolar.
They really
Yeah.
are.
On acid.
But that's because they get a new
Fueled by
CEO all
weed.
the freaking time, and now Bowser's in control, and I don't know how that's going to work out.
I know, right?
But I mean, the thing is, you have things like Xbox. I mean, how much of a difference was there from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One?
Not much.
Not much of one, was there?
I mean, the graphics were somewhat better.
Okay, that's one thing that every console says they do.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't see why there was such a big call for a new
PlayStation
console.
did the exact same thing.
Right.
PS3,
Yeah.
the only difference was it was a better graphics card, and it was a better graphics card. I enjoyed
Normally, you get the basics. You get updated graphics. You get more RAM. You get a better processor.
it. A new controller, and that's it. That is it. That is the only thing they changed.
See, you say that's it, but at the same time, you're not going to dump a PS4 game into a PS2 and expect it to even be able to process the game.
That's
Well,
not.
that's too
that-
big of a jump.
But see, that's the
But you
thing.
go like
That's
at 3 to
not much
4,
of a
But
difference.
even going forward to 3-stepping that down, you got a bottleneck. I mean, there's some games on PS4 that it just barely plays.
Well, that's the thing. That is the thing, though. All they do is they ramp things up for the next year of coming inventions coming out. Which, like I was just saying a little while ago, 8K is getting ready to drop. For those that don't know,
I don't even
It
have
has
4K
dropped.
TV yet.
I don't have a 4K TV
8K
yet. So,
has
and they're
dropped.
already
It's
talking
not
about
on
8K getting
our
ready to
market.
drop because CES actually was announcing it, and there's several companies that are doing this.
There's actually a few
Sony,
people I've
Samsung.
watched that actually are already starting to film in
I know,
8K.
right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be another update for the next systems.
And I'm
But
sorry,
you
but-
throw a new system in the market, like the Switch has already stirred up some problems, but add another to it. What do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to scramble to be that new hot thing. That means that we're going to have innovative ideas that are going to be pushed into these other consoles that we've all
What
played
was it
1,000
called?
times
What was
over and
it
over and
called?
over
What was it
again.
called? What was it called? They did it way back. It was a controller, a little streaming box, Uru, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they tried
Yeah.
this
Same-
before. This
yes.
has
They've
been
tried it where
Yeah.
they
it
tried.
failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
this
Well,
idea is
here's
not
the thing
new.
though. Here's the thing though. Google has got enough money and enough sponsors to back them. By the way, they got MatPat to show up. By the way,
Yeah, I heard.
I want to point that out. They got MatPat. Now, don't get me wrong. I love his theory videos, and he
Sue me,
seems
see what
like a
happens.
decent individual. So I'm not picking on him by any means.
Well, doesn't
of
he
the
like to
necessary-
sue people over little things?
I don't know.
Only thing I've heard about him being involved in a lawsuit was they had that issue of YouTube with one of the big. Yeah, you have these groups that you go through to help your channels,
Yeah.
and one of the ones they were using went under, and so all the money, I think it's like 15 million between him and like 9-10 other people,
Yeah.
Right.
is locked in the bank.
See,
Damn.
I'd
So
sue
I
too.
understand.
I can
getting-
understand that.
Okay,
one. I
well,
would sue too.
Now that you put it in that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
You know, it
can't
wasn't a
blame
matter of-
MatPat for that.
It wasn't a matter of he's suing people. We need to watch. No, he's suing people to try to get his money back
and I don't
Okay.
blame him
and
for
the other
that.
people's money back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I always understood it to say that somebody said And that's just a theory, a game theory.
And he sued. No,
And he sued him.
no,
That's
no.
the only actual lawsuit I've ever heard about him even.
Okay.
But I mean,
potentially being involved in.
here's the thing though, is like they brought in Matt Pat to do the YouTube side of it because they were trying to invest other, I guess, YouTube gamers in this.
And it all seems like just one big distraction.
Well, maybe
Thanks,
in
Empty.
all honesty,
They're weaponizing the hot sauce.
Thanks, Empty.
Ward sponsor us.
Please.
Or don't.
Whatever.
You know
I still
what-
want Pornhub.
You know what's bad? It's to the point
I'm
now.
sorry, I didn't notice he was there until I said it.
It's to the point now. I went by Ward's yesterday because we had to make a trip through that area
Yeah.
to go do our taxes. And I stopped in. The wife was with me, wanted a chocolate milkshake. I pulled up and she's like, she kind of had to take a double look. And she's like, wait a minute. You're not getting your normal? When you go by every Friday to the point that the normal register worker at the window recognizes you.
Yeah, I'm the same way at Subway.
Yeah.
Subway can sponsor us. Eat
See,
fresh.
my wife's look
Eat,
in Meridian, Mississippi.
eat fries.
In Meridian, Mississippi, in our actual mall, the Benita Lakes Mall,
Yeah.
there is a Mexican restaurant. It's actually a good Mexican restaurant, but there is a dude that works there
That knows
that
you by name.
recognizes my wife because she orders about the same thing every time, and she'll do her order, and he actually turned around the first time I was there that I saw him. It was like no vegetables, and it's a certain type of chicken they can put on it. She was like, "Yes, thank you." And I'm like, what the heck?
See, people, we could do sponsoring stuff. I'm telling you. Eventually, we will get to that point. I can't wait. We'll get to that point
Please
one day.
sponsor us. We need chairs.
We need chairs.
I'm sorry, my ass bone
and he
goes
needs
numb.
an update on his computer. We need an update on that. We need an
One
update
little
on
better
mics.
camera.
We want a better camera, more lighting.
Look,
I
I'm
need
just
to buy
saying.
some more dumbbells from my
I'm
home
just
gym.
saying. I would live with this exact setup for the next 6 months if we could just get some comfy chairs.
Agreed.
I'll
Like,
be on the
I've
lookout.
got my bag that we put the audio stuff in, the cables and stuff. I've got it folded up under my ass right now to act as some form of padding. Because we got these rickety old chairs. We're gonna post a photo of these on Twitter when we're done,
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do that.
just to show people. Look, this is why we need sponsorship. We're
And this is
desperate.
why I lean forward. This is why.
That's why you'll see me do this off and on.
Yeah.
When y'all are talking and I'm not,
Same.
because it's like this isn't as bad.
But anyway,
And the thing is, I'm the one with the big padded ass. You're the one with no ass. And if it's hurting mine,
I
it's gotta be bad on
cannot
yours.
help it that God has graced me with no ass at all.
Dude, at least you know this much. You got
Gave
more
her-
ass than
gave-
Captain Marvel.
I have a better ass than Captain Marvel.
I think I have a better butt than her.
Hold up.
Twitter poll. Do I have a better butt than Brie Larson? I've been doing squats.
Looks like it.
I've been doing kickbacks. Where's my chair?
Riveting content.
And by the way, anybody that hasn't hopped on our Twitter, go to it because it's funny.
Yeah, you can see our whole spiel. We were gonna have a video today, but like, there's a reason
Oh.
why we're late. And yeah, it just everything has fallen apart.
I had to work at the PD today, and
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's just
kind of
been
got caught
busy.
in
Sadly,
last
we don't
time.
have as many people in the chats today as normal.
So 1 o'clock.
yeah, 1 o'clock needs to
This
be
is
our
also a really great test run for
Yeah,
us, by the way.
Since he got called into work today from noon to 4, I was kind of like, do we go ahead and postpone the episode? And I'm like, we don't want to postpone. We love talking to y'all. We love your feedback.
It's wonderful for us on Fridays to be able to kind of just hang out with you guys, talk about random crap, and even stuff that we weren't prepared to talk about, like this.
thing. Ben wants me to figure out how to put the live chat in the feed, like the streamers that he follows.
Yeah,
does.
yeah, we should start doing that. We'll have to figure that out. Hopefully soon to come, though. So
If you're watching mobile, it's already there.
yeah, if you're watching
Yeah.
mobile, it's already there, but we do kind of need to set it up to where
That's-
people can actually see. I also want to set up super chats too.
That's
Like-
Twitch though.
No, super chats. You can do
Super chats, YouTube.
1,000
Yeah.
sub.
Yeah, we gotta have 1,000
1,000
subscribers.
Okay, so we're,
Now, on the plus side, spread us around because we figured out once we hit 100 subscribers, we can have our own URL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be youtube.com
So when we go to share-
/Jack Live.
Jack
Our Jack Productions.
Live, yeah.
Which
Just to our
means-
basic page.
so I mean
And
that
of course, for those that
we've got
missed it-
goals. We just
Yeah.
need help. And
Well-
so I think we need to ask you guys because I don't like doing this. I hate YouTubers that usually do it, so it kind of makes me feel dirty.
we
for even
become what
saying-
we hate.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. I'm
Well,
gonna
I mean,
ask
like,
everybody to please share us,
should we
whether
talk
it via
about-
Twitter or Facebook or Reddit, whatever it may be that you have that you spend a lot of time
You wanna
on.
talk about a couple of our little projects.
Well,
some
I
of the-
mean, we've got several in the works, but none verified is the issue.
We do have James's thing we're got going now a little bit.
Well, we've
What?
talked about the idea of you doing the weight thing.
Yeah,
on the
weight
side.
Oh
thing
yeah,
and
the
health stuff.
nutrition and health and exercise.
Oh, and check out
yeah.
our YouTube. We have channels now.
Yeah, we're starting to kind of break things up.
Oh,
a little
playlist.
bit.
Yeah, playlist. Playlist in our channel.
We've
yeah.
also, I am looking into several skits. I'm working on several skits, including an entire series of skits, which I think are going to be hysterical if I can get them done right. And I will need
I
some
got
people's
something funny,
help.
though. Let's get a prayer patrol going. Because if my big ass gets a job, a good one, like full time, y'all will probably see a actual custom gaming thing show up on our thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got
But
that.
that requires that stuff that there's something missing here. There's something missing doing from my hand. I can't figure
the
it
green
out.
stuff
Yeah.
isn't here. Oh, wait. But I mean, you know, it's down.
Coming soon to video and DVD. Not really.
Yeah, straight to DVD because we're not the type to hit straight theaters yet. But I mean, there's several things that I want to start implementing, and I want to grow this channel to the point that we can branch off, and you'll have multiple content throughout the week. Right now, we're stuck at this point of it's only Fridays.
Yeah.
Hopefully, down the line, it will change. And that's what I want. I want it to grow. I want us to do stupid little challenges every once in a while. I want to bring more people in as well.
Evolve.
Yeah, I want us to evolve. I want us to grow to more than just this Friday talks. Don't get me wrong. I love doing it, and it's a lot of fun, but I want more. And I know that sounds a little greedy, or I wouldn't look at it as greedy. As more of
It's a necessity.
It's so much that we can give.
Yeah.
And we need more people, we need more equipment, and we need more viewers. And that's what it boils down to.
See, the big thing is if we can just get our viewer counts up, we'd be set.
Yeah. We just got to get our viewer counted up. It's growing.
Yep, that's why we tell y'all, share us around.
Please.
If you got somebody with a sense of humor, share us. If not, go ahead and share us anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, if we can just get one or two a day, that's enough to start setting us up.
Yeah.
Like you would not believe. And tell those individuals, if they do like us, to do the same and then pass it on and on and on and on. That's what we want. We want this spider web of growth that just never quits.
So have we got any other stories?
I have one more, but it's mainly a rant, and we can skip it if we need to. But
How far in are we?
I mean,
an hour and 16 minutes.
Can you do a quick rant?
I can do a quick rant.
Let's do
I
it!
think I can do a quick rant.
Let's do the rant. 1 second, let's fire him up.
No.
Is it firing?
All right,
There
listen
it
here,
goes.
Twitch. I've got some things that I really want to say to your ass, and it's really been bothering me. So here lately, there has been a growth of what we like to call Twitch thoughts. This is going to be a sexual manner.
My
So,
headphones back.
yeah, take the headphones away from him, and I'm going to try to keep it as PG as plausible as I
All right,
can.
Don't out of here.
So I'm gonna leave it as PG as possible, but it's nothing personal. If you do have children in the room, we do ask that you ask them to leave
Cover their ears.
or cover their ears just for a
Cover
few
their
minutes.
ears.
So
Cover their
let's go
rears.
ahead and talk about this. There are websites that are dedicated to what is known as cam girls. You know they exist. I know they exist. Let's not play like you've never looked at them before, because we all have at some
I've
point or
made
another
cake.
where a midget and a mule was involved. But nonetheless, Twitch thoughts, for those that don't know, are these girls that don't really play video games. Some of them do, some of them don't. Most of them just kind of rant and chant, and they do what we do, only with tits. And basically that's what it boils down to. Now, there are a lot of people who are trying to defend these girls. I can't. I just can't. They get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day. Let that sink in. Thousands of dollars a
Just show
day.
them
It-
tatas.
at the low end, hundreds
Show Bob's.
a day. Yeah, basically that's what it boils down to.
Yep.
And these guys eat it up. Now I want to keep this in
These
mind.
are some
that-
lonely individuals that eat it up like
well,
that.
this is the thing. This is another thing is that really bothers me is the fact that most of these individuals are 13-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They are 13-year-old kids. There are 18-plus websites these chicks can go to, do the exact same thing that they're already doing. You don't have to show Bob's. There are lonely men out there too that are going to throw money at you. It's pretty flippin' clear. But why not go to that? But here's something that bothers me more than any of this. Twitch doesn't stop it. They're not stopping this thing at all.
They're not doing anything to
No,
moderate.
they're defending them in some aspect or another because they're a woman. Let me be straight here with you. Twitch is for gaming, painting, and several other things. And there are some women out there that want to show their tits on screen so damn bad that they do the body painting. And yes, they are topless. The thing is that bothers me about this is the fact that their lines, Twitch's guidelines clearly state that there is no form of nudity or sexual acts. There are girls on there that are twerking and everything else in between. And Twitch does nothing to stop it. And anybody who points this out usually gets banned, so my channel's probably gone now. But I'm willing to toss it away mainly for the fact
That's what
that
making
I
another
think,
channel's for.
yeah, exactly. I wasn't
it's
popular
Twitch.
enough. I wasn't popular enough
This is
anyway.
Twitch. You can just go make another one under another email, and there
But
you go.
this is the thing.
Does anyone even do IP banning anymore, or is it so big that everybody you're sharing IPs now?
I don't
you pretty
know.
much share IPs.
Okay,
But,
go ahead, continue.
But the thing is that I cannot stand at the fact that you have a guideline. The only people you really strike are those that are fighting against it. Now, there was one individual, I think he went a little far, but not too far, is he found videos on YouTube, and it was just of girls dancing. That's all it was. It was Asian skinny girls with really tight clothes on dancing. Halfway through the video of, 30 minutes, he popped up and said, you guys need to go to a different website for this. They banned him immediately, like almost right away.
Wow.
They banned this guy.
What,
For
YouTube
pointing-
did, or they did?
No, Twitch did. He did it on
Oh,
Twitch.
wow.
And it was just it just showed a video of a girl dancing, right? It had the feed and all that on the side. He made it seem like she was really involved. And it was just a video. And then he just cuts it all out. It shows him basically sitting in the dark, which I thought was kind of weird. And he basically says you need to go to a different site. This is not what Twitch is for.
That's right.
See, I've always been under the belief if you're on Twitch, you're doing it for game streaming.
Well, there's other things they do. Like I've seen comic book nerds talk on it.
Yeah.
I've seen actual artists, not body painters. I'm talking about like actual artists that are drawing
tree.
DBZ
Just a happy little tree.
and other things on paper. I've seen that. And it's really cool. And they do it for their fans. Like you pay so much amount, they'll draw you out a character and send you the email. I think it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there who really have talent that are on there. They play music, like actual songs that they've heard in video games and anime and other things, and they play them out and they sing beautifully. They play it on guitar and piano and things like that. Those people, leave alone. They've done nothing wrong. But there are so many people out there that are abusing this network.
Exactly. That's why you don't get it banned local anymore. Actually, someone just pointed out calls proxies.
Yeah.
That's why they can't just ban IPs now. They can
Okay,
ban
that's
the,
what I was thinking.
They ban the email address. That's pretty much it.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, to me, to you guys, does that seem like something they should be doing? Because I'm done ranting, but it bugged the fuck out of me.
No, they have websites for this stuff. You got things like Live Me, Meet Me, Cake, other video chatting services.
It's scary. He knows so many of these.
Well, I've been on them. I've been on them. And that's where I first heard Show Bobs was these non-English speaking Indian dudes that can't spell boobs. You know, there's websites for that sort of thing.
Most of the sites I know about don't see Indian dudes saying Show Bobs. It's more of Opie. But, difference in
Opie.
persons.
But I mean, no, go ahead.
Okay. You're right. You're absolutely right. Twitch and YouTube is for skilled, talented people, not for some thought.
Then how are we on here?
I'm good at things.
This is YouTube.
I'm good at things.
Well, I mean, there are
Just not this.
podcasts on Twitch. I'm
right.
totally fine with
it's
that.
like it's an easier outlet because podcast is think audio only and what audio only sites do you know of other than SoundCloud? I mean,
That's about it.
I mean, there's a few, but it's hard to get out there. You put yourself on YouTube, you're more likely to be seen, or on Twitch, you're more likely to be seen than you are of uploading to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why we do it here. This is not for welfare moms you know, send me 5 super chats. I'll send you a picture of my tits.
Yeah.
There. Oh my god. Like Live Me.
Yeah.
I will never forget. You told me about the site. I went on there.
Yeah.
I saw a chick. I clicked on her. I was just curious, and it was her washing dishes for like 10 minutes in yoga pants, and there were so many viewers, and I just looked at that and went,
I'm guessing
"This is
mostly old
boring."
Irish. I'm guessing mostly old Irish guys.
I don't know. Like it.
I don't know.
I
Love to
just
see
sat
a-
there and
I
I
love
just
to see a
looked at
woman
the
work.
comments. That's what amazed me. She had thousands of people watching
I don't know
her.
why there's so many people watching these things, because you're right. There's a lot
She
of
was
them.
washing dishes
They're washing
for God's
dishes.
sake.
They're cooking. They're whatever.
Whatever.
They're whatever.
They're whatevering.
They're
Now,
microwaving
if they
popcorn.
do anything, of a sexual nature while they're streaming live, then they get banned.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop them from being able to send you a private message
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
send so many whatever gifts.
It's like
'Cause a lot
you
of them
want
have,
a
like,
private video.
Right.
Donate X amount, and I'll send you something.
Well, see,
baby.
that's why I got rid of it, because it was either way guys just being douchebags by themselves, or it was chicks in overly
what
tight
was it?
clothes just
It's
being
boring.
normal.
It really is. It's
Dude,
boring.
either one. South Park actually hit on this way back.
Now, I did meet
It
a
was
couple
like,
of people on there that was cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't about that. You know, they did stuff like what we're doing.
Did
Yeah.
either one of y'all catch the? It was an episode of South Park years ago. Andrew's
Uh-uh.
probably up there like, wait, where's he going with this? And they were talking about Yahoo going into the chat roulette thing.
Oh yeah,
And it was like, let's see if we can find you someone to talk to.
cam chats. and
Guy
old
jerking off, guy jerking off, guy eating a banana while jerking off.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
was like,
remember
hey,
the
look,
chat
I think
rooms.
we found you one. Oh wait, it's just
It's
another
a
guy,
guy jerking off.
I was watching a guy on YouTube. His name
Was
is
he
Mr.
jerking off?
No, his name is Mr. Wobbles. Mr. Wobbles, and about a video about 2 years ago, he went on Omegle and he was singing songs just randomly,
Yep.
and there was a fat older gentleman laying on his bathroom floor, hugging on it, and of course it's all obviously it's taken out, and he just went, "Oh God, Dad, what are you doing?" And the guy was like, "Oh, you know." It was probably by far one of
Laying on the
best
bathroom floor. I've never done that.
things.
No.
Neither have I. But it-
you lying. I've seen you passed out drunk.
Not tugging it.
I'm talking about him.
Were you passed out and drunk on the bathroom floor tugging it?
I've never tugged it on the bathroom floor.
You were passed out and drunk. You
Now,
just
when I was a teenager, it got so bad I couldn't be happy
I've
with
done
it
things
unless
that
I
I will
was
not
unless
mention
I
on
was standing
air
under the shower
on a bathroom floor.
what was that? Standing in high heels?
No, you could only get off if I was standing in the shower.
Oh, I thought he said I can only get off if I'm standing in high heels. I was like, wait a minute. What?
I dress up like Wonder Woman. It makes me feel powerful.
By the way, y'all think this was funny? You ought to see us in a vehicle riding for 10 hours.
That was something
I'm
else. that-
somewhat filtered right now.
yeah.
You should
Yeah.
see me unfiltered.
Oh God, it's hysterical. Hi, I'm a tourist.
I'll post that one.
It's actually on our Twitter. You can go check that out. Literally, we got into the French Quarter. I kid you not, and traffic slowed down.
I was so bored.
and
I
he
had
was
to do
so
something.
bored in the back. He rolled down the window, turned on a cam, and went, "Hi, I'm a tourist" to everybody that walked by. It was
People was
hysterical.
waving at us.
I couldn't even. I just kept
It's only
staring
like a
straight
few
forward.
seconds.
You John Paul'd it, you asshole.
Douchebags, they do move in herds. But I mean, all in all, we had a great time at New Orleans. We've had a rant. We've talked about random crap.
We talked about how I used to like to get off as a teenager.
Yeah, we've talked about you in high heels.
No, standing under hot water in the shower
Okay, that clears a lot.
with the hot water bottle.
But I mean, New Orleans was a lot of fun.
It was. When are we going back?
I don't know.
As weird as I feel sometimes, and I get in my feelings and I'm feeling down, I felt normal in New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, did you
That
catch
explains a lot.
Yeah.
when we were eating lunch? Did either one of y'all guys notice the guy with the purple hair, purple goatee,
Yes.
Yes.
I couldn't
wearing
help.
the pentagram with a smiley face in the center shirt? And did y'all just try not look? Like, I was sitting up there, like my seat was directly across from him, like me to the camera, and I'm sitting up there like I'm trying to look at y'all like, don't look at the guy, don't laugh,
Don't look at him.
don't make
That
eye
was the
contact, do not
hardest-
make eye contact.
That was the
He made eye
hardest
contact. Abort, abort.
that was the hardest. We'll get him next time. No, that was by far the hardest thing not to look at the whole trip.
Oh, and me
the whole
and
flipping
the
trip.
chubby one finally figured out why it took y'all's food so much longer to cook.
Why?
It was Lent. Catholics don't eat red meat during Lent, and both of y'all's was red
Oh,
meat.
I'm
dishes.
God.
Presbyterian. Actually, no. What's the difference?
Yes,
they're
but
Catholic.
we were.
No,
we
I'm
were
not
in
Catholic,
The French
I'm-
I said
Quarter.
they are Catholic.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
Catholic.
But see, we were in a French Quarter diner. I'm willing to bet nickels to dimes. The owner was probably Catholic during Lent.
That explains why he came and talked to us.
Yeah.
He's like, seriously, guys? You trying to kill us? Oh, man.
Well, so you don't go into the Carnegie Deli and order a ham sandwich?
Well, that's
That's
white meat.
that's a Jewish.
That's
oh, yeah.
Jewish joke. Jewish joke. Anyway, I think we're going to call it here. We've had a pretty good time. We hope you guys have too. By the way,
Yay, we're
don't
done.
forget to go check us out on Twitter.
You guys used to get on to me for David Letterman and shit.
And now we do it
And
all
now
the
they do
time.
it.
Honestly, they
No,
need to,
you can't do it.
honestly,
That's our thing.
honestly, they need to see the collection of cups sitting in this room where no one's
I've
cleaned
got
them
to
out.
clean this place up so bad.
Look, from where I'm sitting, I already see 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is our
5.
hangout studio,
5.
home gym.
It's everything
It's an
kind of
everything
thing.
room.
But this whole corner is dedicated to just this.
There's
right
a bag of cups sitting over there by my weight bench.
Yep.
here. Probably from us throwing them.
What's
Yeah.
that? He filled
Another.
Wait. I think he just filled the cup.
Oh,
I filled
Kevin
the
Smith.
bag.
By the way, was anybody else thought the Yeet? Did anybody else think it was really cool about the first shop we went to?
Yes.
The guy was like
Actually, yeah.
totally cool and talked with us about Kevin Smith and all of that.
Yes.
By the way, you bought a prop there, didn't you?
Yes. They
Yeah,
actually,
he bought something that they used
they
for a
actually
prop.
had like a whole shelf full of stuff that
They
they'd
just
actually,
got back.
Yeah, they had loaned out to
View Askew, I guess.
Askew to use as props in the new movie,
Yeah.
and they had just
For those that
gotten
don't
them
know,
back.
that's Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Well, the movie is. We're talking about the production company
Well,
he
yeah.
runs. But they had just gotten back all these props, and I found the mask version of The
Batman.
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
And that was one of the 2 of the 3 I needed to complete the 3 mask set for Batman.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that was actually used as a prop on the new movie. I'm like, you're coming home.
How much was that? Just out of
40.
Well,
They
that
didn't
ain't
mark it
bad.
up.
Really? You would think they would mark
40
that up.
is 40
Pickle
is.
Pops.
I wonder if he wasn't like, do not mark any of this up. I could see Kevin Smith saying something like that, like, look, we're going to use it in the movie, but you're not allowed to mark it up. I could see that.
Mm,
You know,
I think he
that's
should
something
have
could see him
signed it.
doing.
I think
Yeah.
he should have
I
signed it.
wish it would have been.
I think that'd have been.
Then
And
they
he
could-
won't let me wear the mask.
Hell no, dude, it's still sealed.
I'd keep it sealed. I really would.
Honestly, if I ever go to a Comic-Con, he's going to. I'm taking it with me.
Get him to sign it.
Yeah.
Tell him where you got it from.
Yeah.
At that
Yes.
point, I might remove like the outer plastic.
What was the name of that shop, by the way? Let's give them a shout.
That one
That was Showcase.
Showcase
Was-
Comics in Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Slidell.
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 Guys, if you are anywhere near there, you have to make a
If
stop.
you're on your way to New Orleans, stop in Slidell and go by.
Yeah.
Now, we went to some that were great, some that were okay, one that was like, what the hell?
How are they still in business?
Well, you know, there was that one we walked into near the middle-ish end, right in
Yeah.
there, and we're not going to say its name. We're not going to call it out of respect, but
If you keep up with our Twitter feed, you probably know
everywhere
which
I
one it is.
went, you saw me asking, what's your price on this? What's your price on that? Because I wanted an idea for future reference, and this one was like,
Eh,
the hell, dude, this is like the high dollar inbox collector's price you're wanting for something that is out of the box and has a
And
kid's name
used.
scribbled on it.
yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get wrong, the selection at that one was nice, but and the way their store was laid out, I loved. But the
Now,
prices,
There was no comic books in there. I mean, there was
well, not all the places
Well,
were comic stops. This was the game store.
My thing is I like collecting old action figures.
By the
and I
way,
couldn't
No,
find
and mine is
many-
the comic books.
I
As
couldn't
many
find
times
anything.
as I had talked about Second and Charles, what do y'all think of Second and Charles is now?
It was all right.
You know what? Second and Charles was probably.
It reminded
Did
me
y'all
of-
notice something about Second and Charles? That was the only time we ever split up that whole road
Yep.
trip.
Yeah.
That was the only
But it
time
was
we
like-
split up because
was
he
like-
went to go look at figures, I went to go look at comic books, and these two went to go look for games.
You know what's bad? On this whole trip, I didn't find any kind of figures that I wanted
Yeah.
that sparked with me. I go to the flea market a mile and a half up the road. I find
you
3
find-
figures.
I found those for you, and I
Yeah,
sent
and
him
he found them too.
pictures just before the show, and he's like, "I gotta go to the flea market before we start the show."
I'll
but
show them to you when we get done.
Oh, they're pretty cool, dude. You're gonna love them. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. We
All right.
had a really good time in New Orleans. Like we said, go check out some of the comic book shops. If you don't know which ones they are, go check out our Twitter feed. If you have anything that you want to send to us, use the hashtag JAK Live. Thank you, Ben. And
He's
yeah,
slurping on a pickle pop.
well, let him slurp on it. Who cares? This is live, baby. We don't edit nothing out.
I had one of my wife's friends come in and say, "Hey, my kids are at your house,"
And one of them's wanting to fight.
and they're wanting to fight.
You gotta love live. You get the
Anyway.
fun stuff.
Send us home.
Send us home. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Who
This
are
will
we?
be the very last episode of Nobody Is Listening. I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Batman Gregory.
James Papa Fozzie Leach.
You can follow us on Twitter, and you can also go check out our that Twitter as well. And you can send us stories by using the hashtag JAK Live. Thank you, Ben. And we appreciate you guys.
And don't
Share us
forget-
with everybody. And please don't forget to
Like.
share.
subscribe. We'll see you guys next Friday for JAK Live. No longer.
Nobody's listening.
At least we still got Jack live, and that's going to be awesome.
Oh wait, I got to turn my mic off.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. I could feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplify deep inside once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. Got a body, I just wanna feed everything I crave. Just a couple sinners, man, I wish I could reverse time. Yeah, we fake it till we make it, or we break it off and hate it. Getting faded, getting naked, every time I feel impatient. And sometimes I can't escape it, I just wanna feel you shaping. Like my dreams, I can't sit back, I have to chase them. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.